Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of November 29th. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Libra, I do not offer personal readings. I will not message you, so if you get a message from someone that is not me, that is someone impersonating me, please do keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But let's go ahead and get right into this here for you. And if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment to let me know what you think. All right away I'm seeing double aces here stacked on top of each other, so definitely like to see that for you here, Libra, but let me make sure everything is in view and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Seven of Cups. So this is potentially being spoiled or confused by the amount of choices that you have at hand. Spoiled in it's a good thing, right? Having a lot of options available, but also more than not, the Seven of Cups can talk about maybe confusion, because you see all the cups, you see all the different options on the cups, but it's hard for you to potentially decide on what's the best path for you. And this can also say, be careful of spreading your energy too thin, all right? In another way, you could say that each one of these cups represents maybe like a project or a side hustle or a task on your list, indicating that you've taken on too much, this feeling of being overwhelmed. And with that, I would also say to be careful about speculating at this time in the markets, in investments. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but it is something that comes in when I get this card. Now, I did say double aces, but I actually totally missed that we have this Ace of Pentacles as well here. So we have three aces on the board. That does not happen very often. The only one we're missing is the Ace of Cups. And so that could even come through in the clarifications. But definitely when you get two or more aces in any reading, it's a big win. It's a big yes. It's definitely whatever you're going after looks well aspected here. So I love to see that. What's interesting here is when I pulled this reading, when I pulled this Five of Cups in the middle, note that the middle card spills into the rest of the cards here, so it's an important message. I got the word melancholy that came into my mind when I pulled this Five of Cups. So, this is somebody who's sitting in disappointment. They're thinking about the three cups of the past, or the three cups that represent disappointments in their life. What they're not seeing is that there are two cups behind them, upright, overflowing here. And so the sort of core message of the Five of Cups is to really look on the bright side, as cliche as that is. But, I'm getting this message here, Libra, of you may be feeling a little down in the dumps or melancholy despite the fact that literally everything in your life here is going well. I feel like there's a real need to prioritize something for you right now, Libra, that you may want to take a look at before it gets out of hand, as you go into December here. Some of you really may want to consider doing that. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, where it's like things are going well, but you have a lot on your plate between now and the end of the year, something like that happening. In the past, you have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So we do have these aces stacked on top of each other, like I said. I always like to see that. This upper row is the row of your thoughts, your consciousness, what you're aware of. And this Ace of Swords is mental clarity. It's clear thoughts. It is the feeling of a breakthrough happening, the clouds clearing in the background, making a way for a new beginning. And the Ace of Swords is one of those big victory cards in the tarot, but it's a new beginning after a period of victory, or a victory starting a new beginning. And for you have some sort of sharp, in the past here, you've had a sharp vision. You've had a sharp vision on what you've wanted here, Libra. And For many of you, this could have been around a project, a side hustle, a business. Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot. It's really the best card you would want to see if you're starting a business, or really if you're starting anything in life, but specifically a business. This is passions ignited, being lit on fire about something, getting fired up. It could even mean an invitation from the universe. And, you've had this clear vision around a business goal or idea here with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands on top of each other, stacked. And, I feel like you've been quite successful in some area of your life, probably in business or even just in your ability to communicate with someone or something on something. And, this has worked out for you despite the competition here with the Seven of Wands. This is somebody who is backed up against the corner or backed up against a wall. People are coming after them because they have been successful. This person in the middle has been successful. The card that comes before the Seven of Wands is the Six of Wands. And so now people want what you have. And it's, despite this competition around you, you have been able to be successful in whatever it is that you've been doing here. So I love to see that for you. Now, in your current situation, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Hanging Man. So we have this third ace here showing up. This is, new beginnings would be putting it lightly. There's a powerful new beginning here. The combination of three aces here, this is primarily in the areas of business, finance, maybe communication, not necessarily love in this reading. This is Ace of Pentacles in particular is a new start in the material, new money being made available, gift of cash, getting into a new apartment, getting a new car, getting a loan, signing off on a mortgage, anything like that. This card can indicate signing of documents, paperwork, taxes. I feel like maybe some of you are dealing with taxes, maybe finding an accountant, something like that going on here with this Ace of Pentacles. But I feel like that's a little bit mundane, but it's a very positive sign to get these three cards, just to be very clear, especially as they're all around each other. It doesn't happen very often. Below that, you have this Hanged Man. The thing is, there's this something here under the surface for you going on with the Hanging Man here. The challenge for the Hanged Man is to really let go and see what happens where they free fall. Really, what the Hanged Man needs is the card that comes next, which is the Death card. That's why you shouldn't be afraid if you see the Death card in a tarot reading, because it really is actually a positive card. It's transforming the Hanged Man's state of being from being suspended in air, not growing, into something new, right? Transforming that. And so for some of you, there's an area here where you need to let go, let go of the disappointment here, the melancholy feeling. It's easier said than done, but that's what's happening because you have the sky is the limit here for you. I mean, look at this. In the future, we have the Star, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So the Star here, you may be being in the starlight, you may be being in the spotlight, getting recognized, but really the Star is a wish come true. It's a wish granted, actually. The person here on the card is a genie, and they grant wishes. They're also sitting in healing waters of renewal, indicating that if you've been dealing with an injury or an illness, that you're looking pretty good for that in the future. Of course, not medical advice, but that situation here turning around. In the future position, it can also indicate hope and optimism for the future. That's what you're being called on to adopt here at this time, Libra, is hope and optimism as you let go of this Five of Cups. You have the Six of Wands. I mean, the victories are going to keep stacking up here for you in the future as you roll into December and onward here, okay? This is also public recognition. I need to point something out. When I get this combination, and the fact that you have, once again, another stacked type of energy on top of each other here, this is public recognition. This is being in the spotlight. When you get these two things together, some of you may be, you might have a YouTube channel, you might have an Instagram account, what's the other one, TikTok, or something, Facebook group, I don't know. Some of you are maybe growing a social media profile, or, some of you are, if you're not doing that, you're maybe giving an important presentation, speaking at a conference, doing something like that. And you have another card of healing here in the future. So with that Star card and the Four of Swords, this feeling of being down is being healed here in the future. So if you're enjoying this, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Helps my channel grow. Very much appreciate you being here. Hope things are going well for you, and check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. So I didn't mean to grab this, but since I did, I'm going to start with these cards first. So you have look for a sign. So I love that card. One of my favorites in this Oracle deck. You have the situation will improve, and you have ask your angels. So look, you're being really guided on, called on here at this time to have clear communication as you get this Ace of Swords, which can indicate clear communication. You're looking to have clear communication here with your guides. And what else do we have? And you want to look out for signs and synchronicities at this time as well. Wow. Okay, this is just being multiplied here with Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding, truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. To get that with look for a sign and ask your angels, be prepared to pay attention. Okay, I'm serious. So you have the Miriam, sacred vision, learn, choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light and all, remember that love has no boundaries. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens, you have something important to share, follow the inner call, don't let anything stop you. I mean, some of you may be like teaching as a way of being in front of people. Like you may are some of you building a course, or you're building a, some of you are like maybe building a training program, or maybe you're quite literally a teacher, Libra. You being in front or being center stage here, being the sage on stage, which is a term in academia that you can, that is used frequently. So, let's see what else we have here. Let's pull some tarot cards here. See what else we get. Okay, so you have Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups coming back in here. You have 3 or more aces to choose. I mean, we have 3 aces, but you have 7 or more cups to choose from. I feel like it's what new beginning do you want here, okay? It's very clear that this feeling, this 5 of Cups feeling, is because of the choices you have at hand. The choices you have to make here. And, I would just really see what, see what you can do about that. Or what I'm trying to say here is see what you can do about getting clear at the choices at hand, getting clear on the choices at hand, because not only do you have the Ace of Swords, which talks about clarity, but you have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Swords in the tarot is cutting through nonsense, it's cutting through uncertainty and doubt, and it's getting clear. That's one way of looking at the swords. It's also communication, but the Knight of Swords in particular is seizing the day, taking advantage of an opportunity that's present for you. It is an event that's coming in here. Now, this has happened already, but with the Seven of Wands and the Page of Swords, there's somebody who's annoying you with this competition here, someone who's potentially annoying you. And I get the sense that that's being healed here in the future with the Four of Swords and the Star. It's like you're succeeding, but there's this element of like competition. There's somebody who's just getting in the way here. So you have the Eight of Swords. Excuse me for bumping the camera there. You have the Temperance card and the Six of Cups. So, you've been smelling the roses for too long, Libra. It's okay to stop and smell the roses, but we have the Hanging Man. As you see here on this card, this person is stopping to smell the roses, as you can see there. And really what the Six of Swords, the Six of Cups is talking about is potentially spending too much time in the past. Like I said, it's okay to reflect on the good times and take a look at the, what has gone well for you in the past. But you have been maybe doing this for too long with the Hanged Man. And especially so as you have the Five of Cups in the middle here, as we've talked about throughout this reading. So with the Temperance card as well, you now have the third major healing cards. You have the in the tarot, the Star, the Temperance, and the Four of Swords. All cards you would want to see if you're looking to heal a situation. If you're looking to even bring healing into your life in any way. This person on the card is an angel, and does not matter if you have a belief or you don't believe. If you don't believe or you do believe, or you're just spiritual or you're not even spiritual at all. This is the frequency of a healing angel, okay? And so for you, you're looking to bring in healing in some way into your life, and this is going to come through balancing out all of these choices and options. This is causing you to have a mental conflict here with the Ace of Swords, or the Eight of Swords here, where you're trapped in the weight or the gravity of these 7 cups that we're dealing with here. In the future, you have the Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups coming in once again, and the Three of Pentacles. So, it's going to be very important for you as you roll into December here that you have this major win on the horizon that's coming through in so many different areas on this reading here, okay? But it's going to be very, very important that you drop this feeling of unworthiness, this feeling of disappointment here, this feeling of being stuck in the past with the Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups twice, because you have a real opportunity to heal this melancholy, down in the dumps type of energy. And the other thing that I will tell you here is don't let anyone get in the way of this success that you're achieving. You know, what I do like to see is this Four of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, as you see the three people admiring work here, this talks about your teammates, your team environment, the people you work with, and you have competition over here in this corner with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And so for you, this is being healed with the Four of Swords. You're healing whatever annoying, challenging person you're dealing with. And like I said, it's really not a time to give up here because you're achieving major wins in your life. And so keep going, Libra, keep going, okay? You may have been dealt a curveball or a challenge here in some ways. I have to take these cards. I normally don't take pop-outs for this, but this really came forward here. So message, wealthy man, unexpected income, family room, occupation, and distant horizons. Okay, interesting. So those are all very good cards to get, Libra. Very good cards I would want to see. So I do see in the past here with message and family room, something here there was news that was delivered to you that maybe spun you out in a sort of way, and that something was put on your plate, okay? And I do feel like this could be related to family, but it could also just be the environment that you're in. I feel like some of you may be working from home. Many of us are. And you have this wealthy man occupation situation. Wealthy man does not matter what gender you are. This person is at the end of a successful trading day, okay? Some of you are maybe doing like investing on the side. Be careful about speculating. Be careful about spreading your investments too thin. Not financial advice again, but this is, just be careful as we get this energy of trading or investing here. I'm not telling you not to do that. It's great to invest. It's a very smart thing to do. And sorry, I had a alert that came in, but I feel like you're maybe even making an investment in your job as well with the occupation. Maybe asking yourself what you can do to take something to the next level. And it's very smart to invest, but don't be careful that you're not gambling, is what I would like to say. And you have this unexpected income with distant horizons. It could mean that one of these investments are paying off, but again, if you're up, I feel like some of you should recognize that you've done a good job. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. There's a link to that in the description below. And very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.